Just wanted to give you some update. I'm still in Oulu, but I'm leaving tomorrow to Helsinki by train. Yeah, the past few days have been kind of hard and exhausting for me mostly. At the first Airbnb, I think I already mentioned on camera, it was just too cold. The location was perfect, like 2 minutes from the train station. It was just too cold, and I thought I couldn't manage 2 more nights. So I got my money back. I searched for another place, which is almost where I'm now. More on that later. No, I think I showed that already. But she totally understood. She even we talked a lot about the house. She used to live in Germany for 20 years in Berlin and used to teach German. Because of that, she's very fluent in German. So and I put German in my Airbnb profile because I can speak some German, but I haven't been practicing. But I learned it for years, and then we talked two sentences. Then she recommended some sites in Oulu that I could see. I don't think I went to any of them in the end. The sauna was the most interesting, but that's closed now. The one that I wanted to go to. That's only open in the summer, I think. It's on a raft, like it's on the river. And you have to go on the boat and just, I guess, after the sauna, you can dip into the river, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, but I left that place. No hard feelings. Everything was fine. I went to Johanna's place, where I was supposed to be for 2 nights, but I felt I wanted to be at the same place for 3 nights, which was my original plan. So she told me, oh, she has another Airbnb, which is this one. It's just a small space, 1 room, and that will be free if I want to stay 1 more day. So I said, yeah, why not? It's like, I think I showed it on camera. It's in the same building, but it's just one staircase away. Yeah, we hit it off pretty well. Like, she keeps her apartments very clean and neat and tidy. She's very strict about the cleanliness, which I can tell. And it's the whole thing, like both of the places is very Airbnb, like very design, like artsy. I don't know how to describe. It's just, looks good. A lot of thought went into it. I would never tell that a person was living in the other one, because it looks so much like an Airbnb. Yeah, we exchanged some stories. I mean, not much, because she was busy. She was working, and she is also studying singing. She had a piano and a guitar. I think I probably made videos about that by now. I just fumbled around with both of them. So yeah, I said, yeah, I could stay here in the other place for one extra night. And then on one day I woke up with a very sore throat, and I felt like no energy, and I felt like I needed 1 more extra day to recuperate. And that was also free still. So I then reserved that. So altogether, it's going to be 5 nights in Oulu in three locations. And then I think there was one day where I didn't go out from the apartment. The weather was awful. It was raining and the wind was blowing, and it was cold as well. Yeah, it was the day to stay inside and do some stuff, which I did. And she made this home remedy for me. She boiled some water with mint, like ground mint, and honey and gingers, and it worked miracles. Like, on the next day, my sore throat was completely gone, and believe me, it was very, very bad. Like, I don't usually have them this bad, but like swallowing was really painful. And it went away, and then that was perfect. And then I went on a bike ride. I have some videos about that. It turns out she wasn't actually maintaining the bike, which I could tell. It's just here for her guests to use, but she isn't using it. But probably one of the guests did the rubber band thing with the mudguard, because they lost the screw, and they didn't tell that to Johanna, tell about it. So she didn't know, and I told her, okay, the bike has this problem and this issue, and this needs to be fixed. And then last night she made me some Finnish dinner. It was salmon soup, her own version, because I made some Hungarian recipe 2 days before, and she said it was very fine. It was paprikás krumpli, like potato paprikash, which she liked very much. And then her friend was also invited to dinner. He's an Indian guy. He's very much into tech. He's doing his PhD at the University of Oulu here. And he told me that this is the university where the Oculus Rift VR headset thing, whatever, was created by an American guy. And it's on display at the botanical gardens that I went to, but I didn't see it. I didn't notice it, but maybe I have it on video. I just haven't noticed it. And I'm not really interested in VR, to be honest. Somehow I'm not a, you know. But yeah, I come from a tech IT background mostly. So and he went from this creative side like After Effects and Adobe and whatever to the technical side like programming and then I don't know, robotics. He's doing his PhD, I think I mentioned that. And I did the opposite. I went from the tech IT world into more of a creative outlet, but first still in the IT world, and now I'm just doing whatever. But anyway, the big thing I wanted to mention is during all these days, the one thing that was really bugging me and it was starting to really drive me crazy was the freaking ulcer in my mouth that I mentioned a couple of times, which was becoming worse and worse every day. And last night I pretty much decided, okay, I need to go to a dentist here. I just can't take it anymore. It was being huge in my mouth. It was just annoying. It wasn't painful, but it was in the way constantly. And I couldn't book an appointment because I'm a foreigner and I don't know, I couldn't do it for some administrative reasons. And then Johanna told me I should just call them or go to one of the offices. And I tried to call them this morning, but I had no idea how to call Finnish numbers. I couldn't figure it out. So I basically just went to the first office that was in my way, went in, like in 5 minutes I was with the dentist, and he said, oh yeah, if it has come back a couple of times, it's better to remove it. Because I've had it for like 5 weeks now, actually. And it went away like 3 times, almost entirely, but came back. And turns out it wasn't an ulcer. It was an inflamed saliva gland, which is different. So that's why the ulcer medication or anything home remedy wasn't working. And yeah, he cut it out surgically, he removed it, and he gave me one stitch. I paid for it. Maybe the insurance company will reimburse me, hopefully. Although I'm not really expecting that, so maybe I will be surprised if they do. And I have this nostril thing and the mucus is flowing everywhere in my throat. You don't want to know about it. But on my mom's recommendation, I bought this, wherever it's called. It actually looks like a sex toy, to be honest. And I think it could be used for that. Maybe a video for another time. But yeah, I have used this once today. And so far, it's not so pleasant. But I have some issues with my nostrils and sinuses. So now this thing is cut out from my mouth, which is perfect. The only thing is that during dinner this evening, I accidentally, I think, bit on it, and now it came loose a bit. I don't want to show it. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to go back to the dentist office and tell him to make another stitch or like, redo it, or somehow maybe don't leave so much hanging out so I can not, I cannot accidentally bite it. So that's the plan for tomorrow. But then I should be leaving at noon to Helsinki. And yeah, I decided I wouldn't do the Baltics because on the one hand, I don't have the energy right now. And my money is less and less all the time, especially with this unforeseen dentist appointment and the Interrail thing. Oh, I haven't told you the Interrail thing. Haha, I can tell you that tomorrow, maybe on the train or something. I just don't want to do it now. Yeah, Interrail kind of screwed me up. Oh yeah, and that's why I'm holding my lip this weird way, because like the stitches are here and just I don't want to mess with them. Yeah, so now my plan is there is no train connection, let alone Interrail connection in the Baltic countries for some reason. So I wouldn't have been able to do that anyway, only like Flixbus. So what I can do is take the ferry from Helsinki back to Stockholm. I didn't want to go back to Sweden now, but whatever. The ferry, at least I have a discount on the ferry. It's 16 hours and it's a night ferry, like a night train, a sleeper train, like in my first video, but it's a ferry, so that could be interesting content. Like me throwing up all night, not sleeping like a minute, not sleeping a second. Yeah, probably that's gonna happen. And then down to the very south of Sweden, and I'm taking another ferry to Poland, which I've never been, and I wanted to go to Poland from the Baltics and then home, but maybe I can go to Poland this way and just visit maybe one city, because probably I have enough energy and motivation and everything, impetus left in me to visit one Polish city, which will not be Warsaw because that's not in the way, and then go home. But of course, I will document all this and hopefully make videos about all this. So yeah, that's it. Hey, I'm gonna leave soon, the apartment and hopefully the town of Oulu as well. I've been here I stayed here for 5 nights, which was my longest stay since maybe Kvikkjokk, or maybe not, maybe even Kvikkjokk was shorter. But yeah, I definitely needed it to recuperate and rethink my life and everything. And it turned out to be a good decision to go back to the dentist earlier today, because he just removed the sutures, the stitches. So now I don't have anything in my mouth. He said the wound looks pretty much closed, so I don't need it. And hopefully, you know, I should just keep my mouth clean with the mouthwash. Hopefully it will not infect and inflame, but that's the story for another life. Yes, I'm leaving. I should leave by train in about an hour, although, as usual, I'm not sure it will happen, because it said seat reservation is optional, but only a few seats left. And by the time I get there, maybe no seats will be left. But I just couldn't and didn't really want to figure out how to get seat reservation. And I didn't really want to pay for seat reservation because I already have the Interrail ticket, which cost me more than it should have. More on that later. So I either catch that train. If not, there's another train half an hour later, which is, although that's much longer, but whatever. And if not that, there's a train an hour later. So I figured I would, you know, be able to catch at least one of the three somehow. And then next stop, Helsinki.
Eikö aika kelkkailu?
Aina ei ollut.
Aiku jaa.
Niin kyllä minä oon kyllä.
Ei minä haluta mitään vittu.
Pretty good toilet, and there's the phone booth. But a guy has been hogging it for I think 2 hours now. This is a pretty good toilet, maybe the best one I've ever been to. Everything works, it's clean. It kind of smelled like piss, okay, I'll admit that, but yeah, it's nice.
Intercity train to Helsinki at 16:04 leaves from track 4. The Pendolino to Jyväskylä at 16:07.
This thing pretty much caught me off guard. I was crossing the street from one side to the other and I thought this was like a small stream, creek, canal or something, but no, it's just a bike path and a pedestrian walkway or a sidewalk in the middle of the two parts of the street. It's awesome. I wanted to go down to the seashore, and on the map it seemed this part seemed like a big park. No, it's a cemetery. But I guess I can walk through the cemetery to the seashore, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if I can walk down to the shore, but oh yeah, no, very, very dark, sorry. But this is beautiful in the snow. Just check it out. And the snow came today, my host told me, so I brought the snow with me from the north. This is very much like The Shining again. Danny! Danny! I'm desecrating all the bodies. I'm so sorry. This road just ends at the sea. So plunge to the death. Just like that. It goes, goes, goes. And then it ends. Oh, there's a swan swimming. Not sure if you can see it. There's 3. Oh wait, there's more. Oh yeah, it just ends here. Huh, intriguing. It's much warmer in Helsinki than basically anywhere else where I've been in the past month or so. But because it's very windy now, my hands are freezing again. Oh, that swan just dove. It's underwater. And the lights, man, the sky, they're very interesting. And a car is coming. Hopefully not into the sea. Nice. Oh, you can actually go there somewhere. Yeah, and the snow is falling, so it feels very magical, but my hands are freezing still, unfortunately. And I think in that direction, that's west, I think, which will be my destination. More on that later. Sandy beaches, snowy beaches instead, and ducks. This must be fantastic in the summer. It's so hard for me to imagine like going to the beach in Helsinki of all places, or Oulu for that matter, because my host told me, yeah, in the summer, my first host, the summer, you know, many people go into the beach just like we do. Everyone does, wherever they live, I guess, even at the far north. Maybe not in the water, but I'm pretty much sure that they go into the water. Maybe not all of them, but even lying on the sand in the summer must be so good. So I definitely need to visit the Nordics in the summer with the long nights, long days, I mean, which I've never did. Yeah. So next year.